Hey everybody, this is Sean Hensler, your native Hilton Island realtor. It is a new year. We had a great year in 23, not the spectacular year we had in 22, but a more normal year as people can expect. A little bit higher averages in terms of appreciation and whatnot, but we had a good year. I want to give you guys an update on what we have going on, what I expect us to go in 2024, and what happened in 22 and 23, and just a comparison of both. So I've got a lot of information here. It's all written down on a paper. So if I'm looking down a couple times, sorry, it's a lot to take in. But once we're done with this video, you're gonna have a good idea of kind of where the market stands. So interest rates are falling. That's a good thing. They're kind of going up and down right now, a little, I'd say, volatile right now. The Fed is saying that they're maybe expecting like 3 rate drops this year, which is spectacular. And as an agent, I'm expecting a pretty strong 24. Now, 2024, who knows where the interest rates are going? But, and actually, really, who knows where real estate market is going? There's a lot of unpredictability. But I can say that 23 finished off strong. It was a very similar year to 22, but the numbers are a little off in some different places, a little different. But so we'll go over that stuff. But anyways, there's a lot of great things happening. I do expect a really strong spring season coming into probably a strong summer and finishing off the year strong as well. But who knows? Now, if the rates drop and drop down, if the Fed drops 3 times this year, like they might be thinking they're going to do, I mean, there's so many people that are waiting to buy right now. Oh, I'm going to wait for the market, the interest rate to come to this. There's so many sellers that are out there with these sweetheart interest rates. Those people are the same thing. They're waiting to get to their threshold, whatever that may be. They're waiting to hit that point to get to the next line or to get ready to sell. So everybody's going to have a threshold, buyers and sellers. I don't expect the market to be flooded unless we have some kind of crazy interest rate drop. But I don't expect the market to be flooded with the listings. But I think that market listings, new listings are going to trickle in, and new buyers are going to trickle in as well as they hit their threshold. So I'm going to go over some data real quick, and then I'll kind of give some commentation on everything, I guess, in general. So in 2022, in December, the month of December, so the data came out January 1st, in a sense, there was 27 new listings for December. 23, we had 52. So that's good. We've been needing inventory. We're still at the 2. Actually, we dropped in inventory in comparing November to December. So it's not like we're piling up new listings. People are still buying. Average days on the market for 2022 or for 2022 was average days were 58 and average days for 23 were 46. Now remember what I've told you before in these other videos, that the average is stuff of things that have been sitting on the market for 300 days, 380 days, 2 years, all these listings that have been just poorly marketed, overpriced, or whatever it may be. Those are the properties that are sitting. That average comes into that. But the median days on market were 33 in 22 at the end of 22 and 29 at the end of 23. So that's dropped to a degree. And by the way, when we're looking at December, end of December numbers here. But I will say that I went back and I compared July of 22 to July of 23, and those numbers are practically the same as well. So for the most part, everything happened in pretty much in unison with what's been going on. Now, mid-August last year, and I'm sorry, not last year, in 22, we started to pull back just a little bit, and we continued through December. Now, we had a little bit more stuff come on the market this past December versus 22, but that's okay because there's been I think people are kind of getting ready. The interest rates have already started to drop a little bit, and I think sellers and buyers are kind of getting ready. So month supply, for 22, we were at 2.2 months supply. At the end of December, we're at 2.8 months of supply. Closed transactions, we're at 57 in 22, and at 23 at 51. Pending sales, we're at 35, and these are things that are going to close out in January. or right around there. Pending sales into 22 was 35. Pending sales in 23 were 49. So remember, we got more listings, we got more pending sales too. People are waiting to buy. Homes for sale in 22, at the end of 22, were 134. At the end of 23, we had 167. So in a year, we changed by 33 new listings added on to our. Now, of course, listings came on in December last year. They sold in January last year. But at the end of the day, we're still so close to the same inventory. So, who knows where that's going, but at least we're right in line with continuing the same path. Percentage of list price, original list price, was 91.4% at the end of December 22. At the end of December 23, we were at 95.7. So there's still a lot of properties, if they're marketed and prepared and priced right, they're selling close to list price and better than we were in 22. So dollar volume, 75.6 million in December 22, 74 million in December 23. And again, slower time in the holiday season. So by the way, we're experiencing a wonderful windstorm and some thunder and stuff like that going on. Hilton, it's not beautiful all the time, just most of the time. So showings to pending. So how many times was it shown on average? How many times was it shown till it went under contract? In December 22 was 4. December 23 was 11. Sale price, median sale price, we started out at 980,000 in December, and we finished off the year at 1.1 million 12,000. So $1,112,000 is what we finished off. That's 137-ish increase in $137,000 increase in the average home on Hilton Head. So that's pretty good. We appreciated around 11.8% if you do the math. That's that's better. Our average appreciation pre-COVID, pre all that craziness, average appreciation was more around 6 to 7%. So 11.8% in a supposed not good market, what a lot of the media wants you to believe, hey, we appreciate it better than that. So, properties, now this is just for December of 23. Properties, so we had 3 properties sell in under 24 hours. We had 6 sell in 2 to 5 days. And we had 31 days plus, we had 22. This is just showing that we're getting less listings coming on, so people are still buying the things that have been on the market longer. But I do expect all this to kind of change as we get in our spring season. Close at or above list price, we had 19 of the 55 transactions that happened in December closed at or above list price. That's 34% of properties are still closing at or above list price. We're still in a pretty darn good market because I don't know, and I don't want to say what it would have been on average before. I need to double check that, but that's still really good. I wouldn't say that we, on average we had like 500 properties on the market pre-COVID. That was our average time. Like any given time, we had about 500 single-family homes on the market pre-COVID. So right now we're at 167. I mean, come on. I mean, we're still very low inventory. Now, at the end of the day, what I expect for 24, we're going to have a solid market. I think, again, like I said, interest rates are going to come up. Are probably going to come down. And buyers and sellers are going to hit their threshold. There's really no telling. I don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell you where it's going to go because nobody knows. But as long as we stay good, we are in an election year. Typically, election years are a little volatile in real estate. But 2020 was a crazy election year. But at the same time, we were going through the roof. So At the end of the day, there's no telling where the market's going to go. Personally, I expect a good market. I've got a lot of buyers that are out there waiting, and I've talked to a lot of sellers that are saying, well, I'll be ready when we hit this point in interest rates because I want to upgrade to my next home, but upgrading doesn't make as much sense when I have a higher interest rate. But remember, there's one important thing that is very important. If you want to purchase, it's a good time to do it. Refinance. Get out there, find your home, and when the interest rates come down, which all speculation says that we are going to start dropping in interest rates, give it a year, refinance. Get your mortgage payment lower at that point. We're going to hit a lower interest rate at some point, but values will continue to go up. Again, no crystal ball, but values are expected to go up. So if you're looking to buy, give me a call. Let's talk about buying. If you're looking to sell, give me a call. Let's talk about selling because it is going to be a good time to do so. And at the end of the day, you're going to find your perfect home here, especially if you're looking to stay in the area. If you're going to sell and you're like, oh, well, I've got low inventory, where am I going to go? Don't worry. I think that we're going to start seeing more inventory coming on. Now, of course, more buyers are going to come on to eat that inventory up, but we're going to see more inventory coming on, which will allow you to find the right home. Of course, we can do as a seller, we can do, put in our contract terms, lease back, giving you the time to close, get the money in your hand, and then go and buy the next home, giving you time to make sure that you're not homeless. Of course, nobody wants to be homeless, but at the same time, you could get some money in your pocket and put some furniture in storage and go on a 3-month trip. There's always possibilities, but lease backs, we do it all the time. We get yourself, closing, and you're staying in the home that you lived in for a long time, and they're moving out, and you're finding your next home and making the move then after you close on that. So again, buyers, if you're looking to buy, now's the time to do it. Don't hesitate. Give me a call. My number is 843-298-0594. I want to help all sellers, all buyers get the best price on their homes, get it, find the best price, find the best terms. And I've been a professional doing this for a long time. I know what I'm doing. I know I can help you. So don't hesitate. Give me a call. I'm your native Hilton Island Realtor. Again, my number is 843-298-0594. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Take care.